Hey guys, I appreciate you stopping back by again today. Like always, today I want to talk to you about a situation that's going on between the Philippines and the Chinese. I guess most of you, if not all of you, know that they're having a little skirmish out there in the China Sea about whose territory is whose. And a lot of us guys have retired in the Philippines or prepared to retire in the Philippines. So I'm curious, are we getting ready to retire in a place that's about to be a war zone? That's what I want to talk to you about today. So grab your beer, pull your seat up, and let's get started. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started with this. So a lot of you guys probably already know, if not all of you, about the little skirmishes going on in the China Sea between the Philippines and the Chinese over territory of the China Sea. That's what I want to talk to you about today. A lot of us guys are planning on retiring, like myself, in the Philippines soon as I can. A lot of you guys are already there, been living there for a while. So I know you're all aware of it. But I'm just curious now, am I getting ready to leave the United States and go sell everything and move to the Philippines in a war zone? What's going to happen? Now this issue's been going on for a long time. And I want to tell you guys that's in the military and stuff, you probably know all about this stuff. I don't want to get you upset. I'm not a military guy. I'm just going off of what I've read, what I've learned, the best I can. So from what I understand, China and the Philippines went to an international court about where their territory lies in the China Sea. And the Chinese wasn't too happy with it. They didn't agree with it. Of course, they don't agree with anything. And anything anybody decides or anything that happens is the fault of the other person. We all know that already. So I got a few things up here I want to pull up and talk to you about. And I want your opinions on it. But before we get started, I want to let you know I appreciate all the views I got from you guys, all the likes, to my new friends, which I call friends. You're my new subscribers, I call you friends, and to shares. And I appreciate your comments and supporting me. All right, friends, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull this map up. Now, from what I understand, this is what the international court came to as the territory for all these little countries in the China Sea. Now, you're probably not going to be able to see my cursor. I don't think so. But if you look at that top purple line that's shaped like a W, that's what the international court said was the territory for China. And the very top right is Taiwan. And if you go south, you'll see it intersects with the Philippine border territory. And it goes all the way down to Malaysia. And then it goes southeast. I don't know exactly where it cuts off at, but there's a good chunk. Now you see the red dotted line. That's what China considers their territory. So they go all the way down by Cambodia, all the way down to Indonesia, all the way down to Malaysia, just touching the coast, going all the way back up the Philippines, touching the coast of some of their islands, just right off the tip of this part of the Philippines and back up to Taiwan. So they feel like they got this big old chunk. And I'll just pull up this other map that I drew on in case you don't see this real well. Alright. And this right here this W in the red is supposed to be what the International Court said was China's. That's their territory. This blue part that comes down here, goes around, it's supposed to be considered the Philippines. And if you look, that's really over halfway from China. That gives them a good bit of territory. But they want everything from the red down and from this dotted line all the way down. They say that's been theirs for centuries, and they continue to claim it. So my question is, they're already picking fights with the Philippines. And since World War II, when the United States left the Philippines, we signed a treaty with them saying we will protect them. And that's very important. You know, we got a lot of treaties all over the world, and we have to honor these treaties. And if we don't, if the Chinese will decide to attack the Philippines, if bullets starts flying, if ship starts getting sunk, it's going to be United States' obligation to protect them. And it's going to pull us into a war. And if we get involved, I'm guessing Australia, they're going to come up support us. Probably Japan's going to come down support us. And then we're going to have these other countries like England, some other countries come support us. So I want to read a few things. I'm going to try to make this real quick. I'm not going to go into detail, but I've been hearing there's going to be some bases built. Some old bases is going to be rebuilt. And I heard, I ain't been able to find this, I heard it somewhere on the news that I'm hoping by 2027 all this stuff is going to be rebuilt. So let me go ahead and pull up this first article. It says on April 28, 2014, the Philippines and U.S. signed an enhanced defense cooperation agreement effective for a period of 10 years thereafter unless terminated by either party by giving 1 year's written notice. On March 19, 2016, the Philippines and the United States government agreed on 5 locations of a military bases for the American troops under the EDCA. And those 5 locations that was agreed upon in 2016 was Antonio Bautista Air Base in Palawan, Besa Air Base, Pampanga, Benito Uban Air Base, Cebu, Fort Masaysay, Nueva Ecija, Lumbia Airport, Cagayan de Oro. Now, I apologize if I slaughtered some of those words because I speak Spanish too, and that says Nueva Ecija. I'm not sure how they pronounce it in the Philippines, but that's how it's pronounced in Spanish. So if I slaughtered those words, I apologize. Let's go on to the next article. It says on April 18, 2014, the Philippines and the U.S. signed an enhanced defense cooperation agreement. 2015, the United States government asked for access to 8 bases in the Philippines, including the formerly American Subic Bay Naval Base, Clark Air Base, as well as locations in Luzon, Cebu, and Palawan. Now this happened in 2015. And the last article says, in November 2022, the Philippine Department of National Defense released a statement saying the department is committed to accelerate the implementation of EDCA by concluding infrastructure enhanced and repair projects, developing new infrastructure projects at existing EDCA locations, and explore new locations that will build a more credible mutual defense posture. On February 2nd, 2023, 4 additional locations of the military bases was designated under EDCA. On April 23rd, 2023, the locations of the 4 new EDCA sites were announced. Balabac Island, Palawan, Camp Melchor, De La Cruz, Gamu Isabela, and Lalo Airport, Lalo Cagayan. And it says Naval Base Camilo Osias, Santa Ana, Cagayan. The governors of Isabela and Cagayan, which together host 3 of the bases, expressed dismay at their agreement, stating they had not been consulted on the sites and did not want their provinces to pay too much for the infrastructure improvements or become potential targets of Chinese or North Korean nuclear attacks. So I got a question for you guys, because I don't know the answer. I know there's a way to come to an agreement, make a treaty on certain things, but I'm just going to be honest with you. The Chinese getting really aggressive if you watch these videos and news clips against the Philippines. And I don't think they're just going to pack their bags and head out. They're lying out in the ocean. They're just waiting for the Coast Guard or fishermen or anything. When they leave, when they go west, start heading towards the China Sea, they're flying in on them and attacking them, pushing them back, making them go back. It don't look good. I don't think they're going to tuck their tail and go back to China. It looks like to me they're going to have to be deterred by some way, by either this administration or a new administration is coming in. We have a new election going on in November, so we'll have a new administration one way or the other in January. And I guess it's according to how it gets handled, if they can settle it. If they can't settle it, if something happens, if one of those ships, if they've already rammed into one, China's already rammed in one of their ships and knocked a big chunk out of it. If one of those ships sinks, or a bunch of those Filipinos die, military or seamen, the Philippines, I've seen a video, I didn't put it on here, and it said if somebody dies or a bullet starts flying, that's considered an act of war, and they will retaliate. And if they retaliate, then China's going to retaliate, and then we're going to get in it. So I'm just wondering your opinion. Now, see, I don't know. I don't have the answer to these questions. You know, some of you guys like say, well, that shit ain't going to happen because of this. Okay, well, maybe it's something I don't know about. Or it's very possible it's going to happen. I don't know. I know China does a lot of stuff, you know, to try to bully people, and they don't back it up. But it looks pretty serious to me over there. I know they're eventually planning on taking over Taiwan by 2030. And I think they want to take over the China Sea, which the Philippines ain't going to give up. They're not going to give that up. They're going to fight for it. The Philippines will fight for it. So I just want to ask you guys, what is your opinion? What do you think is going to happen? Are us guys planning to retire and go to a country that's getting ready to be in a war zone? Or do you think it's going to get settled? It's just something I wanted to, I've always tried to keep you update and give you a heads up on things that's going on in the Philippines. This is something that's going on right now that we need to think about. Seriously. So, all right, guys. Comment. I want you to give me some comments because I'm sincerely concerned and curious about what you guys think about it. It don't look good. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, you take care of yourself. I appreciate you stopping back by again today. I appreciate my new friends, my subscribers, and I appreciate all your comments. I'll try to get you another video out as soon as I can. For some reason I can't say video. Every time I get ready to say it, I start stumbling. But I'm going to try to get you another video out as soon as I can. So you guys take care of yourself. Come back and see me. Have fun. Bye.